After several years of low-key appearances, semi-hiatus, and personal turbulence, Johnny Depp is poised to reclaim his place in the Hollywood spotlight, and what that return looks like is already stirring conversation across the entertainment world. For the actor best known for his transformative roles and long association with bold, eccentric characters, the road to this point has been anything but linear. At age 62, Depp has weathered public legal battles, changing industry climates, and a landscape of shifting public sentiment. Yet now multiple indicators suggest his next chapter is underway, with major studio backing, high-profile collaborations, and the promise of a comeback that reaches beyond nostalgia. A career disrupted. It would be reductive to summarize Depp's career in any one moment. He's played everything from the swashbuckling Captain Jack Sparrow to the haunted Edward Scissorhands, shifting between mainstream blockbusters and smaller independent fare. But the last half-decade has been marked by turbulence. His widely reported legal battle with his ex-wife Amber Heard, culminating in the 2022 defamation trial, cast a long shadow over his career. During that period, Depp gave numerous interviews emphasizing that he didn't go anywhere, despite many columns and headlines suggesting otherwise. Studios appeared cautious. The major franchises and blockbuster pipelines that once seemed open to him became less certain. For most of the 2020s, Depp stepped back into more boutique, art house or European productions rather than the full-blown Hollywood vehicles of his earlier years. Yet even during that quieter period, there were signs he was still active, directing, producing, and exploring creative spaces. One of those projects, for example, is Modi, 3 Days on the Wing of Madness, a biographic drama of the Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani, which Depp directed. Bangla News +1. Still, many in the industry viewed these efforts as sidesteps rather than full re-entries into the studio game. The comeback signals. The first clear signal of a major re-entry is the upcoming film Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol. According to multiple outlets, Depp is set to star in the lead role of Ebenezer Scrooge in this reimagination of the classic Charles Dickens tale. Directed by Ty West and produced by Paramount Pictures. The Times of India +2 Wikipedia +2. The film is being described as a thrilling ghost story set in Dickens' London and is targeted for release in November 2026. Esquire +1, at a time when studios are increasingly risk-averse, the fact that a major studio is backing Depp in a lead role is noteworthy. It suggests the actor's brand, once fractured in many eyes, is deemed viable again. Moreover, Depp's brief response at a recent premiere when asked whether he would return to his celebrated role as Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean series, simply, "That'd be fun," added fuel to speculation that his comeback isn't limited to one film. The directorial project of Modi also plays into this narrative, showing Depp is not simply looking to act, but to shape his creative identity anew behind the camera. Reports describe the premiere in Los Angeles on November 4th as a milestone event, marking the actor's return to the Hollywood red carpet in a significant way. What's driving the return now? Several factors appear to converge in making this comeback possible. Firstly, time appears to have dulled the immediate shockwaves of prior controversies. With several years now passed since the peak of his legal battles, studios may feel more comfortable re-engaging. One article noted that the formula for semi-canceled celebrities involves time plus talent, suggesting 2026 marks the turning point for Depp. Secondly, Depp's commitment to craft has remained visible. His work on indie and European projects, his pivot to directing, and the careful selection of material all signal an actor not simply relying on past glories, but seeking fresh ground. That kind of creative credibility counts in boardrooms. Thirdly, from a business standpoint, Depp's name still carries weight, globally recognized, bankable in certain markets, and with a devoted fan base. Studios may view his return as low risk compared to more untested stars. Finally, the nature of his new projects suggests savvy positioning. Taking on a classic literary adaptation like Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol allows Depp to play against type, Scrooge rather than Sparrow, and to align with a proven brand, the Dickens property, which reduces risk. His return to directing shows diversification of his career path, and the hint of a possible return to Pirates franchise adds the nostalgia lever, industry, and public reactions. But the return has not been without controversy. While many fans are excited at the prospect of seeing Depp headlining major films again, others have been vocal in their disapproval. For some, the question remains whether an actor with Depp's legal and public history deserves a second wind at blockbuster status. An article in the news in Pakistan summarized the divide. Some were furious, saying Depp did not deserve another big chance after the abuse claims made by Heard. Within the industry, voices are cautiously optimistic. One producer suggests his return should be viewed as a reset, not a rewind. Some executives note that studios are more motivated than ever to hedge around reputation and backlash, and are therefore designing his comeback projects to showcase complexity, maturity, and transformation. Audience perception will be crucial. A recent Esquire piece put it bluntly. Next year, Depp plans to bah humbug his way back into Hollywood. But will fans show up for him? Esquire Studios will be watching social media sentiment, early feedback from festival screenings, and perhaps most importantly, how comeback is framed in the marketing. What's on deck beyond Ebenezer? There are further projects that suggest Depp's pipeline is healthy. One is the action thriller, Day Drinker, directed by Mark Webb and co-starring Penelope Cruz. According to reports, filming began in Spain, and the film features Depp in a lead role as Kelly, alongside Cruz's character, Cara. Wikipedia +1. This signals movement away from only heritage or brand pieces and into more contemporary adult thriller territory. Meanwhile, speculation about Depp's return to the Pirates franchise remains alive. Producer Jerry Bruckheimer reportedly said that if Depp likes the way the part's written, I think he would do it. While no deal is locked, the mere possibility creates buzz and signals he isn't being boxed into one film only. Challenges and caveats. That said, the comeback is not guaranteed smooth. Several challenges remain. Public sentiment remains fragmented. While many fans still cherish Depp's work, others remain skeptical of his re-elevation. The legacy of the legal battle still factors into public perception, social media commentary, and international markets where cultural sensitivity around domestic abuse and celebrity accountability is heightened. The film business landscape has shifted. Franchises now dominate, streaming and theatrical windows are in flux, and audience tastes are more fragmented. A legacy actor returning must adapt to new realities, including streaming deals, global markets, especially in Asia, and different expectations around marketing and engagement. Moreover, comeback carries its own risks. Audiences may judge more harshly, with heightened scrutiny on the material, performance, and public persona. Depp's own comment that I've had about 17 comebacks. I don't understand it because I didn't go anywhere, via Esquire, underscores his ambivalence toward the label, but also hints at the internal tension. Esquire. From an artistic standpoint, choosing the right projects will be crucial. Taking on a major studio film like Ebenezer imposes expectations and commercial imperative. Balancing that with personal artistic integrity will be a delicate act. What the comeback could mean if Depp's return is successful. It could have a few implications for Hollywood. First, it may open doors for other actors whose careers were disrupted by controversy, signaling a film industry willingness to rehabilitate or reinvest, provided the business case aligns and the talent remains relevant. Second, for Depp himself, the return could reshape his legacy, shifting the narrative from actor in decline to seasoned veteran reinventing his path. If he directs, acts, and produces simultaneously, he may redefine his career's next phase less as the star of teenage blockbusters and more as a multifaceted auteur actor. Third, it suggests that studios are still willing to bet on star power, provided the project is anchored in known brands and the actor aligns with evolving audience values. Ebenezer. A Christmas Carol, for example, is a known property. Day Drinker is a genre film. Both help mitigate risk. Finally, audiences will get a more complex story of return. Rather than simply seeing Depp is back as Jack Sparrow, they may see Depp is back on his terms, in new roles exploring different creative ground. Conclusion. A return underway. With tests ahead for Johnny Depp, the next few years represent both opportunity and challenge. With a high-profile starring role in a major studio film, major directorial work, and potential franchise returns, the mechanics of a comeback are visible and concrete. Yet success is not guaranteed. Audience sentiment, cultural context, marketing execution, and the quality of the work itself will all matter. If the upcoming films live up to expectations, Depp may indeed achieve one of the more interesting career resurgences in recent Hollywood history. If not, he could find that the industry's tolerance has limits and audience memory's long reach. In the meantime, the question is no long. Friends, subscribe the channel, and I wish you good luck. You should take care of yourself.